Hello, welcome to this podcast called Let There Be Light by Ellie, where we talk about God, family, relationships, friendship, marriage, finance, and self care. Welcome to a new season here at Let There Be Light TV. I have a fun fact for you. This is my first time talking about friendships on this podcast. And yes, I am so excited that you're here listening, and I look forward to being blessed on this episode. I pray that you will be blessed also. So they say, this is the month of love. Well, on this episode, we will be talking about love in friendships. And I am one to believe that one of the most beautiful things God created is people we can call friends. See, when we were young, we tended to click with people that have something in common with us, or people that has something in them that we liked. Meaning, if you loved funny people and you met someone that loves to make people laugh, there would be an instant connection. If you met someone that has something in common with you, like music, fashion, art, games, etc., you would immediately connect. But as you grew older, you begin to realize that your choices in choosing friends begin to change. Meaning, you're no longer looking at the exterior, but you're now looking at the interior. Meaning you start looking for good character, kindness, gentleness, purpose, and more. You start realizing that the people you are choosing to be around you truly matters, because your atmosphere tends to shift every time someone new comes into your life. I believe that all friendships that are orchestrated by God are truly a gift. Because anything that comes from God comes with a purpose. It comes with ease, and it comes with love. This is why as we get older, it's important for us to take time to observe and choose who and what comes into our life and where to place them. When you call someone a friend, it's important that you ask yourself this: are we pouring into one another? Is my assignment to pour into this person only? Is this person's assignment to pour into me only? What is God looking for to happen in this friendship? See, friendship is love. If friendship for you is gain only, then you have to take time to pray and ask God to give you his heart. Receiving without giving is a one-way effort, and such bond does not always last. That's why it's important to reevaluate and take time to observe the people in your life and see if you are to them what you desire for them to be to you. Meaning what you expect is what you give as well. See, everyone wants a good and loyal friend, but while you are expecting so many good qualities from people that come into your life, be that person too. Be a friend that is designed by God. Be a loyal and kind friend. Develop the fruit of the Spirit as written in Galatians 5:22-24. It says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, gentleness, and self-control." In the times we are in this world, bringing light everywhere you go is what God will want. Be a good and godly person. Love and support your friends. Check on them. Help within your capacity. Encourage them. Learn to keep their secrets. Pray together. Support your friends' businesses and their projects. Nurture your friendships, because friendship is work. Each person has to put the work in. By doing so, you are teaching your friends how to build great friendships. Be there for one another. I came across a Bible verse on Proverbs 18, verse 24. It says, "There is a friend who sticks closer than a brother." I think we can all admit that it's so beautiful to see when friends turn into family. We don't have to be related by blood to be called family. I have friends that came into my life, and today they are family, and I love them dearly. I also have friends whose family members see me as family, and it's the best feeling ever. There's one thing about friendships that some people tend to ignore, or sometimes it catches them by surprise. And that is that there are quiet times in certain friendships. There are seasons for certain friendships. Sometimes all is going great, and sometimes it gets quiet. There was probably a time where your friend was always available for you, or maybe you were always available for your friend, and all of a sudden something new comes in the picture. Example, a job, children, business, or a new friend, etc. And all of a sudden, there are changes in how you all used to be. And one friend begins to feel upset that the other friend is no longer available, when in fact, seasons change and priorities change. One thing I've noticed is that friendships tend to be tested when someone gets into a relationship and or when someone gets married. If you have or had a friend who went silent on you as soon as they got into a relationship or as soon as they got married, it can mean a few things. You see, some people do not know how to multitask and nurture their relationships with others. Some people are good at focusing on one thing at a time. Some people tend to do an evaluation and decide what friendships to keep and what no longer serves a purpose for them. And other people just need time. Time to spend with their partner, their children, time to get to know their partner better, time to settle in their marriage before they let any friends in. Some people maybe open the new business. Some people just need time. But if after a certain period of time, you notice that your friend is no longer communicating with you, they are not getting back to you, yet you see them with other friends, sadly, it means that it's a quiet season for that friendship, and you just have to step back. If it's meant to be, the Lord will permit it to be restored. And if it's not, it's okay. The Lord will comfort you. But don't hold any hate towards that person. Let the season be quiet or let it end in peace. Pray for them and look forward to the next phase in your life. Sometimes it hurts terribly to know that people can change, but sometimes the best way to look at it is by telling yourself, I've already served my purpose in their life, and life goes on. It may hurt, but God will heal me. Tell yourself that and guard your heart, but don't make a decision to not have friends anymore. Please, don't use a previous situation that you were in affect the way you look at future friendships that God will want to send your way. There are people that are out there that say they will never ever have a friend because they were hurt by their previous friends. So let's talk about that hurt and let's heal. Have you been hurt by your friend and decided that you will no longer have friends? Have you thought for a second that the majority of your hurt was not caused by bad people? It was caused by misplacement. Where you meet someone today and all of a sudden you tell them all your business and they know everything about you in one day, and you don't even know if they would feel safe sharing their personal information with you. Sometimes emotions without discernment can push you to place people in your life without observing them. Sometimes you meet someone that seems so nice and you desperately push to create a bond without giving enough time to get to know each other. People that you should be calling acquaintances, you're all of a sudden calling them friends. And you're quickly giving people access that they haven't yet earned. Sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you have not had a good friend in a long time. So once you meet someone, You're already planning trips, telling them your personal issues, telling them your family members' personal matters. You're so in a rush, but why the rush? You're not giving yourself time to discern their presence and purpose in your life, and yours and theirs. What if they came into your life to guide you on something particular that God wanted them to guide you on? What if they have bad intentions? Or what if they're not looking for a close bond? You're expecting so much from people who showed you that you're just an acquaintance to them. You meet someone and all of a sudden you open up so much of yourself, and yet they don't tell you much about them. And you later feel like something is not connecting between you two, and then hurt begins to creep in. Not everyone in your life is meant to know you deeply and personally. You know, there are some people that go through trials in their life and they have friends, but their friends don't have the capacity to stand in the gap with them. So God sends them your way so you can pour into them, pray with them, and intercede for them, and be that shoulder that they can lean on. But it doesn't mean that because they open up to you about something, that you should now decide to expose your problems to them. It does not work that way. Not everyone has the capacity to carry your burdens with you. Example, if you're going through spiritual problems and you try explaining that to someone who knows nothing about it, how do you expect them to be there for you? They can only say, "Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. You will get through it. Be strong." That's the only thing they can say. That's why we're talking about discernment. Discern. Because after you pray for that person and they receive their victory, and they are no longer calling you and close with you like the way they were when they're in problems, are you going to say that they are fake? Or are you going to thank the Lord because they are now healed, they are doing great, and they moved on to where God sent them to, and you have served your purpose in their life? So if you are listening and you are a child of God, then know that sometimes God will send people your way who are weak and broken so that you can lead them to Christ, and or pray for them so that you can help them heal, so that they can enter a new season in their life. So don't be so quick to burden people with your issues, because they're already going through a lot. If you have your own situations going on, then trust God first. And trust that the people that God prepared to stand in the gap with you, they will say, "Hey brother, hey sister, come, let's pray. Let's fast. Let's take this up to God. Enough is enough." I'm telling you, they will intercede for you nonstop until God answers your prayers and give you victory. The Bible says pray for one another. But sometimes you will notice that not everyone has the capacity or the desire to pray about your situation, because sometimes they don't have much knowledge or depth or understanding concerning that. So let God guide you. Let God heal you. Let God take care of you. But you just obey Him and do the things He's asking you to do. Lastly, know this and know peace. Some people are meant to know of you. Some are meant to share beautiful moments with you, and a few are meant to hold weight in your life. But when you blur those lines, disappointment always happens. It's not because they failed you. It's because you had expectations that they never offered to you. This has nothing to do with you being guarded or cold towards new friendships, meaning since the hurt occurred, you're no longer interested in having friends. No. It has everything to do with you becoming accurate. Placing people correctly changes everything, meaning recognizing that some people are acquaintances, some are friends, and other are best friends. So know where each person stands in your life. That way, when they don't show up to important moments in your life, it won't hurt you because your important moments may not be important to them. And also, not everyone is meant to be there for you. And knowing this helps your expectations reduce, your pain, discouragement, resentment disappears, and your peace of mind returns. Not everyone needs to be a friend, and that clarity alone will save you a lot of hurt. Oh, I pray that God heals you from all the hurt that you have been through. May He send amazing friends your way, and may He give you the grace to be amazing friends to others. So I want you to hold this word tightly. If you have friends that tell you the truth even when it hurts, you are blessed. If you have friends that pray with you, friends that check on you, ones that genuinely care about you, please take a moment to thank God, because that is a gift. When you call someone your friend, you are to love that person, honor them, and be there for them, because by doing so, you will show them how to be a friend to you and others. So yes, friendships orchestrated by God are truly a gift. God bless you. And thank you so much for listening. I pray you are blessed by this, and please share this with a friend. Until next time, welcome to Let There Be Light TV.